I was watching this channel and watching this video, and he has made me think a bit. Well, this man found a tunnel, well, part of a tunnel underneath his house. So maybe he was part of the train system, or when you look at the wall, it looks like it could be part of another building, and they seem to build on top of them. Anyway, there was a few bits of his video that's made me think. Anyway, let's just play the next bit. I mean, Tartaria, Tartaria, Tartaria. There's all the red brick, but it's got the date of 1840s. Anyway, it's going to lead to the next piece of footage. So I'm surprised that he didn't see. Anyway, we'll carry on because later on it will explain itself.
Man discovers mysterious 19th century tunnel under his home.
And an Alton homeowner got a big surprise when part of his sidewalk collapsed, revealing an archway and an entrance under his house.
So mysterious. Fox 2's Patrick Clark taking us underground, where a tunnel dating back to the 1800s has been uncovered for the first time.
In Alton, Illinois, we are going underground into a tunnel that was just found.
A lot of brick. Whatever they built this far, it took a lot of men and a lot of hours. You know, not one guy didn't do this.
Gary Mockins first uncovered this tunnel when he discovered his sidewalk starting to slope.
Had a problem here at the sidewalk, and as we were doing some excavating and repacking the rock in there, we discovered this tunnel here. And according to historians here in the Alton area, this tunnel was probably put in here around 1840.
When the West Alton farmer and his wife moved into this home, he knew of its history dating back to the 1890s. Mockins believes the change in elevation from 1895, when this brick-lined street was put down, covered the opening to this underground mystery.
But why is it stair-stepped right there? Why is that in there? What was the purpose? You see the offset in the brick? And then if you actually look along this wall, it turns that way a little bit. Like, look down along this wall.
Whether for ice storage, a carriage, or part of the Underground Railroad, it's anyone's best guess.
It's unique. There are a few tunnels around the Alton area we have found out since we checked with the Landmark Historic Society. It's probably been used for maybe a half dozen things through the years, anywhere from an ice house to a root cellar and maybe a few other options.
The history. I mean, you gotta wonder why that tunnel was made.
It could have been used for a part of the Underground Railroad. There's no proof of that, but there was a major ferry here in the Alton area going back to the Missouri side, and it's possible it could have been used at.
Well, I think it was for the Underground Railroad. That's what my theory is.
Mockins is open to the idea of opening the tunnel for tours if he can get the city or someone to help with the logistics and cost. For now, he has to fix his sidewalk and seal up the tunnel.
We've got maps that go back to 1863, and this house was not there, and there was not another house on this property here. There was two down at the corner and one up at this corner.
Mockins, a history lover, says he wants to preserve this past and the current day mystery in his life.
So it was at least 9 feet tall, 9.5 feet wide, and how far back we went, like I say, we're not sure. We know it goes 60 feet.
With more questions than answers, in Alton, Illinois, Patrick Clark, Fox 2 News.
Do excuse the picture. He's going to explain on his video that there's no romance with the horses, it's all artificial insemination. I couldn't believe it. I suppose I never really thought about it before. Even with humans, they take the sperm from him, freeze it, and then inseminate it into the female horse, the mare. But the sperm has been frozen, but when it's thawed, so that's frozen. What lives in frozen But when the sperm is thawed, it fertilizes the egg. Don't you think that is incredible? It must do it to humans as well. Freezing the sperm. If we were frozen, it would kill us, wouldn't it? When they defrost, they still work. Amazing.
The semen is taken from the stallion and then frozen, maybe not all the romance, before later being thawed and inseminated into the mare.
Yes, they do freeze human sperm. I never really thought about it before. Here we go. Sperm is not thought to be damaged by freezing. They can live through being frozen, so why can't we? Don't you think that's amazing? Never really thought about it before. So it doesn't kill them. Anyway, let's move on. Sort of blown my mind a little bit when I thought about it today. I never really thought about it before. What's your thoughts on that? And on to the next bit.
A very curious cave in Mexico called the Chiquihuite Cave that has recently baffled scientists around the world. At first, researchers were interested in the cave to try to learn about how the environment was like in that region thousands of years ago.
And then he tells you about this, a discovery that, oh, maybe there was people living 30,000 years ago in the USA. So you're like, you've got them telling us that this is 1840, while also telling us that actually everything's much more different than you think it is. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
That potentially could rewrite everything we know about the Americas. Apparently, they stumbled into evidence of human occupation that places people in North America around 30,000 years ago, which is almost twice as early as we previously thought that human beings arrived on the continent.